Alright, so I've been meaning to get to this video and get it done for you guys. We did the Colt video, we did the Hand of God gun videos, and these are my Fitz specials. This is not a real Smith & Wesson. This is a Spanish copy of a Smith & Wesson K-frame. I bobbed the hammer. It has real elk grips on it. They are Smith & Wesson K-frame grips. Has the T-grip. Front of the trigger guard's been cut off. Barrel's been cut back. Ejector rod's been cut back. The whole purpose of these guns, and let me unload this because an unloaded gun is a club. The whole purpose why Fitz did these guns was when you're wearing gloves, it's hard to get your finger in the trigger guard, especially in a cold climate like Michigan or where he was from in New York. So these could be pocketed with gloves on. They wouldn't snag with the bobbed hammer, and you could just get the trigger and pull. Now, I like this one, but I wasn't happy with it because it's got this nub right here. You have to have that nub because right here is a little screw that goes through with a spring and a detent, and that works the bolt that locks the cylinder. Although I love this gun, I carry this gun sometimes. It's a blast to shoot. It just wasn't perfect like I wanted. Unload this one real quick. All right, this is a 1892, real 1892 Colt. Somebody nickel plated it. I cut the ejector rod back, rethreaded it, put the knob back on it. This is a barrel off of, I believe it was a Colt Police Positive. I cut it back to 2 inches. I still have to put the front sight on it. That's going to have to probably be soldered on. This gun, I cut the hammer back, cut the trigger guard off, and this is why I like the Colt one, because it's completely flat, and it really makes it nice for getting your finger in there. This one I haven't carried yet. I will do a shooting video on it when I get it finished, when I get the front sight put on, and I don't know if you can see it, but in here, there's a little plate that's supposed to go in there, and because it's not in there, I got to make one. I don't know if you'd call it like a firing pin bushing or a recoil plate or what, but when you shoot this, it'll push the primers back into that little hole just far enough where it locks everything up, and it's a pain. So I still got to make that and press it in. Once I get that done, there'll be a shooting video on this. These are Magnetus grips. I really love these grips. The video does not do it justice. They have a real aged ivory look. I've never had real ivory grips, but I really like these grips, these Magnetus. I've got a couple sets of these, and they're by far my favorite grips. I left this side just normal. This side, I concaved it so that when I'm holding it, it's like a thumb rest. It sits perfect on there. Really, there's not much else I can say about these, other than I have a all original 1892 Colt, all numbers matching, even the assembly numbers. I would never cut one that was like that into something like this. I did this one because there's not one single part on here that had a matching assembly number or anything else. When I got this, because it had every single part was off a different gun, the timing was so bad. The firing pin didn't hit the primers right in that. It just, I mean, I had to do a ton of work to this. I bought this gun for $100. So I didn't care, you know, I mean, it was, somebody had nickel plated it. They had completely ruined any value it had. So to me, it was a perfect donor to put it back together where it was safe to shoot and do a Fitz special on it. But that is my Colt fitz special. Both of these are in 38. This is 38 special. This is 38 special. If I would have left the original barrel on that and cut it, which it wasn't a numbers matching barrel, I would have had to use heeled bullets, because back in the day when these first came out, they were still using a lead heeled bullet. This had the 375 bore instead of the 358 or whatever it is on the more modern 38 special 357. So when I get the front sight on this and I get that little recoil plate made and put in there, I will do a shooting video with both of these and for you guys. But them are my fitz specials. If you have any questions, please feel free to leave them in the comments, and I will try and answer them the best I can. And hope everybody has a great day. Thank you.